for the bigger is better international prestige fight. In the blue corner, coming from Bulgaria, Todor Todorov.
A debut for this 6'5" heavyweight, or cruiser stroke heavyweight.
And in the red corner, coming from Romania, is the BB King 2011, Constantin Bejenaru.
Well, here he comes, Bejenaru, who is just 27 years of age now. Comes from a pedigree amateur background, 150 fights, 140 wins. 9-time national champion, European bronze and silver medalist, turned pro last year. With 2 appearances here at these events, won all 6 fights, culminating with a victory over Ed Monzo in the final.
Time, Mr. Klaus Hagemann.
Of boxing, no touching after break. When I take a count, go in the neutral corner. Okay? Shake hands, please. Step back. Thank you.
So this is a 4-rounder. Bejenaru produced some eye-catching performances. He only stopped one, Maxim Pedura, who he stopped within 31 seconds of the second round. That was in his first fight since he turned pro on the first night of this bigger is better tournament he took. This guy he's up against, Todorov, is a world championship bronze medalist and silver medalist in kickboxing. So the kickboxer against the boxer again, and on 9 out of 10 occasions when those two line up together, it is the boxer that wins. Well, it is until this moment, when the kickboxer Todor Todorov just drops him, Bejenaru.
Well, that's a turn-up for the boxers. We've been really impressed with Bejenaru in the 2 previous tournaments we've seen him in, and he's sort of wiped the field away, hasn't he?
Well, was that
his skills, but he got caught with a shot there.
So, fluke or not? First time inside a professional boxing ring for this giant 6'5" kickboxer. And he's already dropped the bigger's better king of last year. Inside 30 seconds, so. Good right uppercut that from Bejenaru. But he's got a lot to aim at there as well, so it's time to see if he can get back and do some work to Todorov's body. But Todorov in decent condition. He's being active. He's not somebody that's been in and out of the ring once every couple of months. This guy has been active pretty much for the last 6 years or so as a kickboxer. Done a bit of MMA in there as well.
Oh, he walked onto a punch there. That was superb from Bejenaru.
Yeah, great left hook, and he followed it up with a combination to the body that rocked his man as well. Now his punch is beginning to find some range. Don't think this might go 4 rounds.
Yeah, what he's doing is getting in close and then whipping shots over the top, isn't he? And we've seen him do that many, many times. But I think Todorov, he should be concentrating himself maybe on his right hand, and especially the right uppercut, because Bejenaru, again, he's coming in very low, but he's still not recovered here, Todorov.
Yeah, a bit dazed and confused, switching well and swiftly from body to head then, Bejenaru.
Yeah, lovely straight left to the body, and then he switched back upstairs with that right hook. Got good skills.
He's got him now stuck in the corner. He's got to do some work to get out of there. He sensibly didn't stay there for too long and came out swinging then. Well, it seems like a distant bad memory, that opening exchange where he was dropped to the floor. And His head perfectly clear now, Bejenaru.
Yep, it's certainly woke him up, hasn't it?
End of the first round then.
Well, it was a great opening.
There it is.
It is, yeah. That right hand of Todorov walked back to the corner. Super punch that was. But then he walked onto a couple of big shots himself. Look at the body work as well from Bejenaru. Just catches his man upstairs, but then a couple of good hooks downstairs as well. Switches his attacks well, Bejenaru. And this man, this Todorov, struggled then as the round went on, just couldn't find his range. Again at the start of the round, there's that shot.
Bit too overconfident then, Bejenaru. There it goes. Peach of a shot with the right hand. Here we go, round 2 of 4 here. No reason to believe we're not going to see anything other than Bejenaru coming out swinging, looking for that big shot finish, and he very nearly caught one there with a big overhand left. And it's the pace, isn't it, that Bejenaru fights at?
Yeah, he's got good work rate, very fit boxer. Just can't believe Todorov's not throwing a right uppercut against a man who's much shorter than you, who's coming forward. It should be the most natural shot to throw. Step into your left, tee it up with the jab, and then just whip that right uppercut as he comes forward.
Again, good work to the body.
Hurtful punches there. What I like about Bejenaru, Timmy, he plans his attacks from the thinking distance. He's out of punching range, and then he moves in and lands some quality shots, switching the attack as well.
But he can do nothing here apart from trying to stay out of range of some of these big shots from Bejenaru. Todorov, his first professional fight. He's finding out how tough life can be here against a comparative novice as well. When you think about it, did have a decent amateur record. Bejenaru, 9-time Romanian champion. He was a bronze medalist at the European Championships. So he knows his way about.
Bejenaru as well, good head movement there. Just standing in front of his opponent as if he's teasing him. He's a typical counter puncher on the front foot. Bejenaru coming forward, waiting for his opponent to maybe throw a jab, fall short with the shot, and then he whips the punches over.
Never does the same thing twice in succession, really, does he, Bejenaru? Problem for Todorov is he doesn't know where the next punch is coming from. There's the overhand, the big overhand with his left then. Just trying to blast his way through that flaming defense now of Todorov.
Todorov now starting to struggle with the actual movement of Bejenaru. The head movement's good from the Romanian. And his accuracy just isn't there. Look, there you go, just falls short and then walks onto a shot. Good round again from Bejenaru.
way into a professional life. Well, he's had that brief, very fleeting moment of success with the right hand that dropped him, but he's never been able to build on anything. He's never been allowed to for a start.
You've just got to try and keep this man at range, haven't you? If you let him on the inside, he's so dangerous. His head movement's good. He whips punches up at different angles. He'll work the body and then he'll switch upstairs. And you've just got to keep pouring that left jab out and just keep your man at bay.
It is mesmerising head movement then.
Yeah, just teasing his opponent and just trying to draw the lead. That's all he's doing there, staying on the outside, trying to draw the lead. And when his opponent falls short with the punch, he then comes back with the counter. But what I like about Bejenaru is he won't wait either, Tim. If that's not working, then he'll go on the front foot and force the attack and actually beat his man to the punch. Lovely shot.
Great left hook then from Bejenaru. Really good shot. And again.
But look, he's there to be hit. He's certainly there to be hit. That's probably what makes him, you know, just such an exciting little prospect. You can see he's had good amateur pedigree, you know, and he's probably been to so many multi-nations tournaments all over the world. You can just see it. Very well-schooled boxer.
This again, another great left hook, and Todorov is taking a succession of pretty big shots in this round. Again, good shots to the body on the break. He just cannot hit his man.
Very frustrating.
Bit of a wild swing then. You haven't seen that too often, but he's missed. And Todorov, it's all he can do to actually remain vertical here. And it comes then to the fourth and final round.
Well, I think another good round, Tim, for him. I think he won that. He's forcing the pace all the time. Certainly not a lazy fighter. Just keeps working away. Eventually gets one over the top there. But look at the head movement here. Rolls that head. That was perfect there. The way he drew that punch from his opponent, and then he just steps back and then he counters.
Difficulty is, I suppose, when you're looking at these performances he's put in the two competitions that he's had, when he won this big as better thing back in December, you can't really get a gauge about how good he is because he's not fighting in his own weight division. There's no weight division here. It's anything up to a super heavyweight. So you don't know how much power he's carrying, because if you just look at the performances he's had, he's only stopped once. So the temptation would be to think, oh, he hasn't got a big shot. But then, you know, he's not going to be meeting too many 6'5" fighters if he goes to fight as either a light heavy or maybe even as a cruiser.
And also we've seen him in tournaments over 3 rounds. I mean, this is the 4th round, so can he continue at this pace? He's certainly got good signs, I think, there. I think he's very fit. And I think he's got skills. I think he's very good actually at avoiding shots as well.
Well, there might be a reappraisal from Todorov about where he's going after this 4-rounder. As he said, it's the first time he's been into a professional boxing ring. Might be the last time.
Well, Todorov's just allowed his man on the inside far too much, and he's been bullied here, Todorov. Right from, well, certainly from that right hand that he delivered. After that, he seemed to go into a shell. And Bejenaru controls the pace of the contest, certainly.
He's just centimetres away from landing that left hand.
That's why it's so important when you're tall against these smaller opponents. You use that jab. You've got to measure that gap.
I don't think he's barely thrown a jab.
No.
In 4 rounds.
And look how tall. Look at the height and reach he's got over his man here. And as you've said, he's hardly thrown a jab.
A good start to the year, this for Bejenaru, easing himself into what's going to be quite a busy year for him.
Yeah, I think he's got to be carefully matched, and you know, moved on to 6-rounders, 6- and 8-round contests.
He made a point about the fitness. I mean, he does look in good condition, looks fit enough. I mean, he hasn't just failed off badly in this final 4th round. It's the first time he's been into a 4th round of any fight. And there we are, that is the end. And that should be a nice comprehensive victory here for Bejenaru.
I think the first round may have been even, but certainly rounds 2, 3 and 4 was this man's. Controlled things very well, even in that final round there. Good shots. His accuracy was superb. That was a lovely 1-2 from Bejenaru. That uppercut there wasn't bad, and he called the referee.
So then here comes the decision.
Big applause for both fighters, for Todorov and Bejenaru. The winner by majority decision and still undefeated in 7 professional fights, from Romania, Constantin Bejenaru, the BB King 2011